Good morning, David.
Good morning, Hubert. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you very much. Yes, here I'm testing some new applications, scripts in this OBS studio. It seems to work amazing. Yes, now we
Yeah.
have added a timer, so it's counting down just to create a little bit of interest in this topic. Uh, that you commented to me, you asked to me a couple of days ago if buying an asset is buying a house an asset or a liability. That's something I can help you to understand. So let's wait for a minute and some seconds until we have everything ready to go. And also, well,
Right.
maybe some people wants to join us and as well checking if LinkedIn and YouTube works properly.
I'm checking YouTube right now. We are live, and it seems that we have audio and everything's running smoothly.
Excellent. I'm checking LinkedIn, and since that we are three people here, I would like to know who's the third one. Definitely one is you, second is me. Yes, and the show is running. Somebody left. Okay,
We haven't started.
we
Just give it a
haven't
second, and then it's gonna turn really interesting. Because I
restream.
mean, this topic is quite interesting to me right now. I'm in this moment in life where I'm just about to finish college, my master's and MBA here in Germany. And well, I think I have to invest my money somehow. And what a lot of people are doing that are my same age is okay, we're going to buy a house, but is it really a good investment? Because I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I mean, it seems like it is, but it isn't, and it depends. So I just want to know what's up with that.
Perfect. Before I go to that comment to you, I hope you like this button below that says we are live now.
Yeah.
But as I said, thank you very much for the thank you very much for the question. Yes, I'm running something also different here while talking to you. Yes, but in order to answer to your question, let's just do this in 10 minutes. Okay,
Yes.
so now you have the counter there, so everybody can see that maybe we can do this in 10 minutes.
We can.
Let's go to something that I like, that is Excel. Yes, Excel helps to me to be a little bit versatile when I try to explain finance concepts. Um, First definition of rich dad poor dad, even though I know the definition of assets and liability that come from accounting or financial concepts, it's very simple. And rich dad poor dad says, for instance, that asset is something that puts money into your pocket. Yes,
Mm.
and then you have something that is a liability. That is something that puts money out of your pocket. So
Mm.
from that definition, we have to start working with what we know about accounting, what we know about finance, what we know about business. We play the game, and in the game, we have to make a down payment. Yes, I will write this down payment in green, and this is like a down payment. Yes, and this down payment is something similar to your equity. Yes, this is the money that you have. And then from liabilities, you ask for a loan. So in this case, this loan, yes, will be used together with the down payment to buy this house, apartment, or any real estate actually you want to purchase. But if we go to the definition of what is an asset, and let me insert here some what is illustrations, yes, illustrations, shapes, and then this one here. So assets, yes, have to put money into your pocket, and this is how you create income. Okay, so in that sense, here is when you have a business. You will have a business when the asset that you purchase creates some money that is going to your pocket. And with this money, you will have to pay some expenses related to the property that you have purchased, and you will have some profits. Yes. Part of the expenses will be the interest of the loan. Yes, will be, let me check the here icon here. Will be, for instance, expenses. Yes, the loan itself, that is called principal. You will have to pay principal, and then you have to pay interest. I don't want to give too much accounting terminologies here, but I just will include the principal and the interest as part of the expenses that you will have to pay for the installment when you get a loan that belongs to that house. However, I'm just simply going to copy and paste this graph. I'm going to open a different label in Excel. Yes. And then if you buy a house, an apartment, a unit of real estate as a business purpose, what you do is basically you buy it and later you would like to rent it to somebody, a tenant that will pay to you. Okay, so it will be the tenant paying for your investment. However, when you purchase a property to live in it, automatically what you have is an installment. Yes. However, that asset, it does not belong to you completely. That asset, you are the owner of the, let's say here, copy paste here, of the down payment, and here is the bank that owns the property, because the property goes as a collateral for the loan that you own to the bank. Yes. If you take a mortgage on 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, yes, and you are downsized and you don't have the money to pay for that loan when you own the property, that means that maybe the bank is going to take your house out of you because that's a collateral of a loan. Yes. So immediately when you ask for a loan to buy a house, even though you make a down payment to live in it, you are immediately creating expenses for you. Yes, and usually what the bank does when you buy a house is they offer you a loan to buy a car, they offer you credit cards, they offer you loans in order to refurbish and to buy all these nice furnitures for the house. So what they try to make to you is that you pay interest to them. Yes, and that in that sense they try to create all these liabilities. However, yes, I'm not saying that this is a bad strategy. Yes, but that depends on the age that you have, and that depends on the resources that you have. For instance, there are some ideas that can come here, and you can explore them or you can exploit them. You're a student, you live in an apartment, you can share at this moment that apartment with some other students. In that sense, maybe if you buy this property, are the other students paying for your accommodation? So then your savings will be increasing month per month until you get a down payment to buy a second unit. Okay, here there's a problem because that depends on the interest that everybody has. Not everybody is willing to share an apartment with other people, but that also depends on the strategy. How long do you want to let's say build your wealth, build your portfolio of investments? Yes, so the question is not straightforward, but my idea initially is that you have the concept clear of what is an asset. An asset is something that will put money into your pocket. It doesn't matter if you're buying a house, it doesn't matter if you're buying a car, it doesn't matter if you're buying a horse. Okay, for sure. I mean, let's say that you are a horse rider, you know a lot about horses, and then you just get access to have a loan to buy a horse. What can you do with the horse? Immediately, the horse is going to create a lot of expenses. You have to feed them, yes, you have to pay for medicine, you need to bring medicine, veterinarian, a vet, yes, so creates immediately a lot of expenses. However, if you tell me that you are going to make a business with a horse, so that you have make an arrangement with a school where the kids can come, they pay a fee to get a ride of 30 minutes with the horse, or you just implement jumping classes, yes, horse jumping with these different teenagers, let's say, that's creating income, and that income is paying for all the expenses. So in that case, you don't have a liability, you have a business, then you are creating assets. Yes.
Okay, I
So,
get it.
but everything depends on the interest. Everything depends of the resources that you have.
So, to make things clear, to see if I understood correctly, as long as you make money and as long as some property, whatever you get, gets money into your pocket, it is an asset. But if, for example, I decide to buy a house, a really nice house with a pool that maybe I can get along with just to live in it and pay every monthly fee with my monthly wage, it's not an asset because I'm putting money out of my pocket. And if for whatever reason I get fired, then I'm pretty much done. I will have no option to get the money back or to pay the house, other than maybe asking for a loan cash to get that, which is not a good strategy. But if I manage to ask this or to buy this type of properties and actually find a way to make money out of it, if it's a house, maybe rent it, or maybe form a BG where I live with other people and share maybe the breakfast and they all pay me a rent for every single room, then it's an actual asset. And then I'm making a proper investment.
Or maybe you become a event organizer and you rent the house for parties. You organize the parties. You
That would be
charge a
even
fee for
cooler.
that. If you have the proper house, then you can play. You can play a lot with it. Yes. So
Yeah.
I think the timer is helping us to be on time. This time we
Mm-hmm.
made it in 10 minutes. Thank you for you to bring this question to discuss.
Uh-huh.
And to the audience, I hope you like this little chat. I hope you like the Excel file as well, that this is what we do sometimes to put examples in live.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll meet next time. Yes,
Yes,
David.
I have another question for next time. I will tell it to you on private, but it's going to be a fun one for the next one. So thank you very much for your time. And I hope everybody see us next week for another show.
I think the system now is working pretty well. So
Yeah,
maybe we'll do some promotion during this week.
yeah,
So bring me up this question as soon as you can, so we can start promoting next event. That's maybe Tuesday at 11 next week.
let's do that.
Excellent. See you all. Thank you very much for being with us. Send us your comment when you can. Bye bye.
Bye bye.